Hello, this is Martin here from Secret, the channel for learning about trading and investing. Welcome to the pre-market analysis show daily that we do, and here we would like to look at how the market did during the day and how we can analyze and find a good trade plan for tomorrow. Right, and this is analysis for August 10th, 2021, Tuesday. Right. So, if you have not subscribed this channel, kindly click on subscribe button and share it to maximum so that we have more subscriptions. That's only way that we can be motivated to do this every single day. Okay, so let's move ahead. So every day what we do is we analyze all of these parameters. Left side what you see, we will see the charts, and right side we would have additional analysis on open interest volatility, the participation of the institutions, and the sectoral watch, and the global commodities, and overall wrap up and some actionables out of that. That's what it is. So let's not wait time and try to finish up it in less amount of time. Every day we take too much of time. We'll try to wind up very fast. So let's get into the Nifty charts. What we see here is actually kind of spinning down small body. Right, it's on a rally in the top of a rally, so it is something that that has to be cautious about. The candle is bearish, but there is the wick size is small, so the bullish support is there, you can say, but there is some kind of consolidation that's happening in the last 3-4 days after the big breakout that happened on the Nifty. Bank Nifty, what you see is it's more, it has gained around 200 points today, so that's a green candle that you see there. Yeah, so it also shows a longer week, which shows a bullish support is there from the downside. And today, nothing much happened on the Nifty, but Nifty made some 300 point gain. So let's look at the price action and see what exactly happened today. So you can see that today there was a gap. No, there was not a gap. So there was an up move that happened in the morning, and then a down move, and then again up. So zigzag, thing was happening in the Bank Nifty. Nifty also same thing. There's an up move, down move, then an up move, recovery, right? So people who thought that they would go along got trapped, and then people who thought it was going to break down again got trapped, and it reversed at in the afternoon, right? So it was tough trade, right? And DK was less since it's Monday. So that's the price action. And what else do we see from the charts, right? So Bollinger Bands, if you see, you can see that the expansion happened after the breakout, and the volatility yeah, it's considered that's happening. So it's all still near to the band. Nothing has happened, everything is fine. Bank Nifty's expansion is yet to happen. Only if it goes above this level of 36,200 kind of levels now upwards, only then it gets to the band and the volatility expansion happens, right? So that's about the bands. And now let's look at the support resistance zones. So you can see that there's a consolidation is happening. This can be looked at as a small flag with a flag and pole, you can say. Nifty also, you can see that there's consolidation, the flag is there and the pole is there. So this normally when it is happening like this, it indicates an up move. So it can move upwards. So there is a consolidation happening most likely. So it's since there is a flag and pole, most likely this may be moving upwards is what you can channel the cancel patterns clearly shows. Support resistances, nothing much has happened today. So this 50% is a fib trend extension. Trend extension. We're trying to see how far it can go in uncharted territory on the Nifty, right? So it's stuck at the 50% fib extension, you can say. Now support levels, if you look at down, we can see that 23 fib support is there. That's what we broke from. 950 is the support, right? Resistance stop 16,350 is the level where it is stuck 2-3 times. And downside, one more support below that is the same 650 to 500, that kind of levels, and below that it is 2 through 4. It's like it's the 400 to 250 kind of range. So nothing will just change there. because it is consolidating today also, like Friday. Bank Nifty, it's stuck at a resistance of 36,000. It has to break above this 36 resistance area of 36,500, and then it has another resistance on the top of all-time high of Bank Nifty of 37,700 is there. So these two has to be broken before it can. So these are the support levels that you can clearly see there, right? Now let's look at the momentum of the indices. You can see the momentum is bullish, right? You can see that the momentum is bullish. It has taken a kind of range shift if it happens. So so you can see that the momentum has broken out to the bullish zones, taken a dip and then bounced. So that's kind of a slightly gone to the sideways, but still it can be considered as a kind of a range shift. So this is actually a bullish move. So so it is bounced from the support region. So momentum is, both of them are in the bullish zones, and one of them has got taken a bounce from the support, right? Well, however, the trend in the Nifty, you can see that it is the strength is rising up, the green one, and it is in the bullish zones, but today it had slightly dipped. Bank Nifty, the strength is slightly dipped, but it is heading high, rising. Strength is rising, and there is a temporary reduction in the bullishness that has happened, but it is in the bullish zones. That's about the ADX trend, and now let's look at the open interest data and see what happened today. So open interest for the futures is the first thing that we look at, right? The futures open interest. If you see the data has come, this is for which day is this? This is for August 9th today, right? So what you see there in the futures open interest data is a short build up, is a long build up for Nifty, and the Bank Nifty also you're seeing a long build up. So that's about the futures data. Open interest of the Nifty for the 12th August expiry next Thursday, weekly expiry, shows that the highest resistance is forming at 16,300 as before, and after that you have 16,400. The highest put writing is happening at 16,200, and after that you have 16,000 from where the breakout, right? And the put call ratio is bullish enough, it's 1.04. Bank Nifty, the highest call rating is happening at 36,000, and that is also the highest put rating area. So 36,000 is very crucial. The put support after that comes at 35,000, just converted last week, and the highest resistance after the 36,000 is 36,500, right? So the put call ratio is 0.93, not fully bullish enough, right? Neither bearish, right? So that's what open interest data of Bank Nifty and Nifty shows, right? And what happened to the VIX? The VIX, if you look at the timeline, VIX has fallen and settled at 12.6. It has been flat today. If you see the intraday data, you can see that next VIX from it has been flat. So there is a slight dip, slight up moves there in the morning, and then there was almost throughout the day it was a flat, right? So that's about the VIX, and let's now see the institutional data. Will it has come or not? We'll have to check, right? So today is the 9th, and we can see that there's a small buying of 200 crores has happened from the foreign institutions, and domestic institutions sold today 700, same, right? And that is something different from the routine. For the first so many days they had been green, they have been buying domestic institutions. Now for the last 2 days when the Fyers have started buying, the domestic institutions have turned into sellers, right? So that is what is happening, right? Sectoral watch. What happened in the sectors? If you see the heat map, you get an idea. So the Nifty heat map is showing that it was a red day almost all places except for IT. So IT, what performed is Infy performed, Techem performed, and chemicals, Tata Chemicals performed, and Demat Account performed, right? Then there was an IRCTC, right? So it was all norms. So Yeah, that's what happened. HDFC Bank and ICICI Bank and this bank did some buying. That's what actually happened. But all around Nifty, if you see, all right. So the sector, all the sectors are not performed as expected, right? So now let's get into the charts for the indexes. You can see that it is in a small body industry candle. This IT is in the bullish zones. There are bearish. We already seen that there are no divergence is 36, but it's all in the bullish, right? Now here you can see that it is a big dip in the metal, right? We know that there is weekly some divergence is there, and it does fall down. Let's go to the weekly analysis. That we have seen that there is a bearish divergence. It can bring down. There is also a bullish divergence just finished in. So probably the bearish divergence on the metal is what is working, which is bringing the market down. But now what we can see is, if you look at, you can see that there is no, yeah, so you can see that there is some, so, no, nothing much, right? So so we have to be cautious about metal, although it is in the bullish zones, right? If this is dipping to the 50 support of the RSI and then bouncing from there, we can say it's bullish again. But you have to be cautious. There's weekly divergence that's causing a problem. So metal is bullish or it is bullish, but you have to be cautious. There's consolidation happening after sideways movement is what is happening in the auto. Nothing much is moving. Pharma is also sideways. Nothing much is happening. Consolidation is what is happening. FMCG is maintaining the bullishness slightly, just hanging on the support zones, and then again there is also consolidating last 3-4 days. Right. Reality is retraced after the divergence that happened, and if this is picking up upwards from tomorrow, then we can say reality continue to be bullish zones. Otherwise, reality also is dipping into the sideways zones. What you can understand, right? That's about the sectors. And what did the USDI not do, right? Let's see what. So US dollar appreciate the depreciate. Actually, yeah, US dollar appreciated. It's the green candle. The rupee has weakened today, and the dollar index also, you can see that it is shooting up. So dollar is strengthening, right? And oil is dipping, right, to 67 levels, right? Good for economy, right? But this is the news of the day, right? The gold has dipped so much and slipped off from, and forming, recovered a little bit, but it has slipped from the major support zone, right? So that may be because of the USD INR. Just it may be because of the dollar index that is strengthening and the oil coming down. That's why gold is dipped from the major, but still within the channel, right? It has bounced up also. Let's see how it behaves in the next coming days. This was a major support zone from which it has fallen down, right, on the daily, right? So we'll keep a watch on that in the coming days. Global markets, otherwise, after the job data has come today, the trading will begin after the weekend, and then it will be bullish most likely, right? So you can see that currently it's Nasdaq is 20 points, Dow Jones flat, and S&P 500 is also kind of flat, slight negative touch, right? So no major things major movements, big moves either side cannot be seen in the US markets and European markets also, right? But you'll have to watch this again to the next day morning, pre-market, what recovery, how much movement happened in the overnight, right? Before we can take a understanding on that. But as of now, it looks flat or slightly bearish. But since after the job data, US, and dollar strengthening, most likely it may be riding today also. So that's a wrap with them. So overall, what we can see is there is some consolidation that's happening before a potential breakout that can happen on either of that. Bank Nifty still has to catch up a lot on the resistance areas on the upside. 36,500 levels has to be closed, right? An all-time high also has to be breached. So, but the momentum is good, trend is good, right? And the triangular patterns also shows that further up move can be expected, may be expected. Right? Global clues are also good. Oil is coming down, and yeah. So Fyers are not selling, right? There's little buying has happened. They have turned the other way. So that's all good news, and hopefully market may move up is what uh, we can understand from the analysis. So yeah, so the levels has to be clear for the position players. So personally, who if you have taken the positions earlier, you would have found that 16,000 is going to be a big support, right? Just like 15,000 acted earlier. So and below that also we know where the support zones are there, like at 15,500 is the last point. So accordingly, we'll have to come out of it or further hang on to it. Personally, intraday it has been very volatile. Even though the overall VIX level is very low, the movements are like three-way, four-way kind of movements. Four times trending on different sides. Opposite sides is what is happening. Um, that's tough to play. So yeah, so you'll have to play on the price action and the swing highs and lows, basically, right? Now, certain stocks are shared on my timeline on the Twitter if you're not seeing that. So one of them is IRTC Indian Railway, TOOS, IRTC. So that is having a good breakout can be seen there, right? And that is something that you can look at. Then you can add AU small bank in the weekly. You can see that it's at a previous resistance zone. So if it is breaking out, you'll have to. This can be used as a swing trade for if you get a breakout, put a tight stop loss just below this and below the resistance area, and then it can give you good moves. This is a rounding pattern we can say. That is one. The big net also showing good momentum and trend, right? And all time frames they have good momentum, so that is also good, potential long for the coming days. Tata Chemicals already it has moved. So this is some of the trades that you can take. Some actionables. Then these are not quick recommendations, but for education purpose, I'm showing the patterns and all that. You can see in the trading video shared. You can search for the seekedge and then you can find all these details, right? So that's a wrap up. So um, I hope this helps you to come out with a plan for tomorrow. If you like it, hit the like button and share the maximum number of people. Right? We need more subscriptions, so please help us on that. And happy learning, happy trading. Bye.